The following segment is sponsored by Eastern's Automotive Group. In today's Road to a Better Community, we shed the light on an organization that has deep roots in our community, helping kids and teenagers whose families have been touched by cancer. Kristen Brissett-Harris took a trip to the Eastern Shore to see firsthand what Camp Kesem is all about.
On a hot summer day, this may look like your typical day at camp. But here in the heart of Maryland's Eastern Shore is Camp Kesem, which is far from ordinary.
Squirrel, squirrel, shake your bushy tail.
We serve a very underserved demographic. We are the largest organization that serves kids who have lost a parent to cancer.
These youngsters have experienced the unthinkable in their short lives, and Camp Kesem gives them the chance to simply be kids again.
Hello.
It's not a grief camp, and it's not a camp, it's not a cancer camp, right? You're all here united under one reason. It's the 1 week every year that you're just allowed to exist without outside pressure. That does more for people than I think they realize. It's not just a vacation.
This is Candy-A-Lot. Each camper gets to pick their own Camp Kesem name.
Camp names or Kesem names are basically an opportunity for kids to be whoever they want to be. So they kind of assume almost the identity of that name, and when they're in this space, we say Kesem self, best self, because you really take on that name and that's who you are.
For Candy-A-Lot, Camp Kesem has been a lifeline. She lost her dad to lung cancer when she was just 7 years old and first came to Camp Kesem shortly after that. This is now her 10th summer.
I think every year Kesem for me has changed in different ways. Every year it's like I'm coming back and I'm coming into it and I need something different from it. Like that year I needed to learn how to be a kid again. There are other people going through it and you can lead a normal life outside of it.
No matter your age, it can be hard to find others around you that truly understand how you're feeling after losing a parent to cancer. Camp Kesem provides campers with that safe space.
My dad was diagnosed with prostate cancer, still in the fight now. And I just stayed because everyone here is just so loving, and it's like it's really great to just have like this support of like everyone here.
Most of my family on my mom's side had cancer, and my dad had cancer. It makes me feel better because then everyone feels kind of what I feel, but not in like a bad way.
Plus, it's the counselors that make Camp Kesem even more unique. They are all volunteers who are students from the area's universities. This week's camp is run by the George Washington University chapter. The counselors spend the entire year fundraising so that these kids can attend Camp Kesem for free.
Kids come free of charge because, the financial burden of cancer takes a toll on families, and we want to give them a space where they can come and have no barriers to coming here. Cancer just doesn't discriminate, and neither do we.
Kesem is 365 days a year, even if camp itself is only 14. We fundraise all of the money it costs to come to camp. This year we fundraised around $106,000 on our own.
Best friends Jenna and Jenna, aka Maple and NASA, are the programming directors, and what began as an opportunity to help others turned into a life-changing experience for themselves.
Camp is first and foremost about the kids and making sure that they are having the chance to be kids and the space to heal that they need. My dad passed away in high school, like I mentioned, and so I think a lot of times it's easy for me to brush away those experiences until I have a space like this to actually honor it, and that's really meaningful, and people who love and understand you so deeply without you really having to say anything. But it's impossible to not have that residual healing happen, even when I don't realize I need it to keep happening.
Once the week is over, every camper heads home with new friends, a big smile, and a heartfelt message to others facing the same grief.
I would say that you're never alone. Never stop looking, because there's always somebody who can help you out, somebody who understands what you're going through.
I would say it's okay. I had it too.
Well, joining me now is Ali Barbaro and Brian Anderson. They are both from Camp Kesem, along with Joel, who is from Eastern Automotive Group. Joel, you have a little surprise for Camp Kesem today.
I do, yeah. I know fundraising was a big part of what you guys are trying to do every year, so we wanted to surprise you guys with a little $2,500 donation to kind of get things kicked off. I'm hoping that people will respond to this piece when they see it's impossible not to be touched.
Thank you so much.
You're so welcome.
How helpful is this money? I mean, we saw all that you're doing for the kids. What will this go and pay for?
There's so much. Honestly, we spend so much of our fundraising money on supplies that the kids directly use in different activities. So like we made a lot of slime this summer or tie-dye, things like that. It goes towards so much for the kids.
And a lot of candy.
And a lot of candy.
It saves you guys from a little bit of fundraising as
Yes.
well. Joel, why is it so important for you guys to get out in the community and give back like this?
Well, I mean, the pieces you guys find for these segments are incredible. I mean, it's impossible not to find a family whose life hadn't been touched by cancer in some way. And it's just important that you guys are helping these kids move on and kind of make it part of their lives. It's really beautiful.
Thank you.
All right. Well, thank you for all being here and what you guys do every summer for those kids. That's so important. For more information on how Eastern's Automotive Group helps organizations like Camp Kesem on the road to a better community, go to WSA9.com/bettercommunity.
The unofficial end of